Okay, welcome to 2025 and welcome to the Angry Poolman channel, where we learn how to treat our pool and our pool man. So we're here at Spool XL, okay? And Spool XL is a very complicated pool for being such a small body of water. So right now I have what's the spillway is going, and I have my trough filling up. Okay, sounds simple enough for a perimeter overflow pool, as small as it may be. Okay, so what this pool does is it will suck from two different places. It'll suck from, of course, the pool itself, but it'll also suck from the expansion tank. But it's not going to do that unless, you know, of course, the valve is telling it to do that. So most of the while, the way that this pool operates is here with suction. It's all spa suction, but suction to the cleaner port and then to the main drains on the bottom of the pool. Okay, so that's great because there's no skimmer, so it has to do that like that. That being said, so with that trough, the customer has mentioned to me that like every 3 days this trough will lower, and I hadn't really experienced that until I got here today. And so yeah, when I got here today, the trough was very low. So one of the things that I will be doing in the future for this pool is programming, and I'll do this today of course, but programming the pool to suck from the expansion tank, filling up the trough, and then coming back here to work the rest of the day, right? So it's basically like be going, we're here in pool, and then we're gonna go to spa for a little while. And right, so right now we're in spillway because we have spa or pool section and spa return or spillover return. Okay, so all of that I have, you know, programmed here into our Easy Touch, and I'll of course program that extra program that I just mentioned about earlier today. Okay, so now you've seen the spillway is going away. We're still running at 3450. This is I've put in a cleaner, just so anytime I hit the aux 4 in the Easy Touch. Here's one thing that I did today that you'll not see me do at any other pool, and I'm going to figure out a way not to do it at this one. Every time I get here, and this is like a recurring theme here, there's so much dust in the air, right? And then anybody who walks on it, it's going to make it look like this, which I feel looks like crap. So, but I had made a mess myself, or I had stirred up a mess, as it were, along the coping. So I'll come over here and take my customer's hose. I'm going to hose that off. Okay, don't do that. I'm doing a filter clean here next week, and I'm also the pool man. So although the county of San Diego does not say that this house is mine, but I take care of the pool. The pool is mine. Anyway, Spool XL is looking really good, and we're gonna move on. Okay, we've made it back to our hot tub, and let me introduce you to another familiar friend. This is another Telsa 90 that I busted out of the box not too long ago. The reason I'm using it today is because I have this brand new fine debris bag, I guess you would call it. There's another one that's more of like a net bag, and it's, you know, stuff can get through it. Not much is getting through this. So this is kind of like my cheesecloth net. I don't want to bring my cheesecloth net back to this tiny body of water. So anyway, either way, the homeowner said that, hey, people are going to be using the hot tub this week, and so let's make sure, blah blah blah. So everyone says that, which is totally fine. And but we had a little, schmutz in the pool. We got the Telsa 90. But here's one of the reasons I'm filming today here, is because I'm getting concerned about this pillow. So these are the first things to go when you buy one of these I don't have one of these on my hot tub, so then therefore I don't have to worry about ever replacing it. But yeah, that's basically like a really tough Nerf football, and it's been under your cover, under chlorinated water for years. So that stuff is gonna come off eventually, and I've actually noticed a little something here today. So I added a little acid, and there was plenty of chlorine still in the pool, but I added a little acid so I could knock down kind of our, oh, I don't know, you'd call it maybe like a makeup ring. People aren't, when they get in their hot tub, they're not real dirty or anything, but they do have body oils and things like that. So yeah, it will leave a ring, and of course it's white, so it's twice as visible, twice as noticeable. So the interior finish on my hot tub is a little bit more like actual plaster, but it's like the cheapest kind. This is a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger body of water, and of course, like I said, it's white, so it shows everything. So it's in clean right now. I'm going to flop the cover back on and move on. Okay, we have arrived at Ebony and Ivory, and so ask my wife. I am a creature of habit. I do the same thing almost every day. So the point is that when I get here, when I get to any pool, I assess kind of the look of the pool, and then really one of the things that gets my attention is if the cleaner is not working. And this is a Pentair Rebel. This is a Pentair pool. It's a lovely pool. My only qualm with pretty much everything in the Pentair line is the Rebel. And I love it when it comes out of the box, and comment below if you know what I should do. I mean, I know that there's a waterproof, like a silicone, that I can lube all the parts up, but it always, every time I get here, he's struggling. He's like, kind of sounds like a Hayward pump. But the point is that he's like kind of surging, and I just want to see him cruising along nice and stably. So go over to the equipment and I look, and it's 2,600, right? And I did that last week, and so I upped it 50 RPMs. Doesn't seem like much, but it's actually helping. And then I've kind of adjusted the valve, and he's doing what I want. So yeah, if your Poolman isn't doing a little bit of, I want to say tweaking, but that's not the right word. If your Poolman is tweaking, then fire him. But if your Poolman is making little adjustments week in and week out, that means he's paying attention, and he's trying to run the pool as optimally as possibly. So if the guy's just going through the motions and he's out of here in 5 minutes, just make sure you're getting the value that you feel you're paying for. Let's move on. Okay, this will be a quick check-in at the Big Fatty. Not much to do here. And why? Well, they have the greatest Poolman in the world. Also, they made wonderful, wonderful decisions. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with your Poolman. If you put in turf instead of grass, good on you. If you put in a bunch of plants that aren't gonna just like flower and go right into your pool, good on you. Okay, up here during our Santa Ana winds, our Home Depot mulch, yeah, some of it might end up in the pool, but no worries. Check this pool out. It's like I said, it has very little to do with me. I just got here. Pentair Rebel. This is, I tell you what, this is probably the most ambitious Pentair Rebel on my route. Works really wonderfully. And it's not all that new either. It's at least a couple years old. So, and another thing that I do here, so there was never a weir gate here. And so when there's no weir gate, I actually sometimes, especially with pools that have so much synthetic turf and really intelligent landscaping, is that I run it without the skimmer basket. And so anything that goes in there goes right to the pump. Well, why don't we do that for fun? And like, go check that out. Like say, hey, well, the pump basket's gonna be slammed. Well, that could be true, but that is not my experience with this pool. And right here, if I ever need to, I can just go back and add it. I guarantee you, looking at that pump basket, there ain't nothing in there. So yeah, everything is in the air, the dust and whatnot here at this account. So when I get here, I run all of the pumps to make sure they're run and there's no algae building up in them. And one of the things I really do after I go back to the equipment, theme of the day or theme of the year, is wipe your feet off. Like, I hate tracking dirt all over, and then, like, you know, people might say, oh, well, the pool man, look what he did. Like, he comes here and cleans the pool, but he left our deck looking horrible. It's no good. So anyway, like I said, quick check-in here from the big fatty. Okay, so one last note here. When I went over to the equipment, it is a Pentair IntelliCenter, which is the 32-bit, 64-bit interface, not the IntelliTouch or the Easy Touch. And when I went over to the spa was hooked up to solar. Okay, I can almost guarantee that the homeowner does not want to heat their spa with the solar. They want to heat their pool with the solar, right? So heat the pool with the solar, heat the spa with the gas heater. So I set that up and, you know, rectified it. But I'm not going to just not tell them about it. Okay, so I'm going to send them a text while I'm in the driveway before I even leave and say, hey, I changed it. And then if some reason they can, and I'm in the neighborhood all day, so if they say, oh, you know what, that's exactly the way I wanted it, hey, no problem. I can come right back and put it back. But hopefully there's like maybe a teachable educational moment here in this for the homeowner, and then they can just, you know, be a better operator. And it's not like I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind answering phone calls or texts or at any time. Seriously, these are my pools. I suffer for my soup. My point is that anytime I'm happy to answer a question, but if we can educate the homeowner, that's always wonderful. We can move on. Okay, we have reached the pool formerly known as our first rectangular pool with the electronic cover. We got to get a name. Okay, now we have two of these. So does this pool look familiar? On Friday, we have literally the same exact pool. So, rectangular pool. I don't know what that is. Spillway, two-way, Baja shelf, 2 stairs, same thing. Different tile, different interior finish, but we also have a Pentair Rebel, which he's doing wonderful. This pool looks fabulous. I am a lucky pool man. But why don't we call this one Uncover Discover? It deserves a name. It's got the seniority on the route, and we'll come up with another name for that rectangular pool with the electronic cover on Friday. Let's move on. Okay, it is Tuesday, New Year's Eve. Happy birthday, Dad. So I'm gonna do 8 today because I'm not gonna show up at my 3 on Wednesday. So, but here we are at the Palms, and it is filter clean day. So I have already done the majority of the work here. I've done my cleaning of the grids, and they were nasty. So here's the deal. If you're looking to do your own filter clean, homeowners, this is the only device that you need, right? This is it. This is 15 bucks at Home Depot. I'll try to find some link on Amazon, so if you're an Amazon person, you just get it. Actually, you can get things shipped to you from Home Depot too. Did that one time. I had what I wanted in like 2 hours. So anyway, my point is that that's all you need to do the filter cleans, right? I have a speed bit on my drill to get the band off, but don't try to take the thing off before you have bled it. So just basically don't do your own filter cleans. Okay, so here's Hayward, right? Hayward pump, Amazon pump, and the rest of is kind of a mishmash of Pentair. We have Hayward actuators as well. The point is that this pool was, you heard it last week. I mean, it was stifled, okay? So I'm gonna put everything back together and you'll hear how nice this pool will sound. Okay, filter clean has been completed. Last week I took the pool cleaner from Hayward out and I put my Zodiac MX6 loaner in here. And let me tell you, the pool was at a level of cleanliness that I am not used to. So now it's not like I have to vacuum this pool, but I do often have to Telsa 90. And that's not gonna be the case this week. Now, of course, oh, actually I didn't even bring it back. Usually when I don't bring it back, I always need the Telsa 90. But if I do, there's a pretty good chance I might not. Hey, I'm a superstitious person. So yeah, here we go. This pool now is breathing freely, right? So we just finished our filter clean, and let's go listen to our pump now. Oh, he sounds wonderful. He, she, whatever. Let's not go there. It's working well. Ah, that is music to my ears. Okay, we're reached Thursday, and Happy New Year. You know, didn't do any pools yesterday for obvious reasons. So I got the Dragon done on Wednesday, or on Tuesday rather, and then so I'm gonna have to do the other two, Linduck Field and the Obsession Pool, in addition to all our Thursday pools, which are 6. So we have 8 total. Here at the Demoralizer in auto mode, right? So I went out there, I've already cleaned the pool. I spoke to the homeowner. He must have watched the video. He gave me a fabulous Christmas gift. Thank you. Now, I didn't make last week's video to try to get more Christmas gifts. Trust me. That's not how I roll. But so what our problem is here at the Demoralizer is spa drain down. And so we can look at our raised spa out here, and the pool, for being an active construction site, looks phenomenal. The PSI on the filter is creeping up, so after this is done, like I said before, it will be filter clean time. But look at that beautiful spillway. And I had cut it off for weeks past. And so it's so wonderful to have communication with your customers, because I just spoke with a customer this morning, and he's saying, like, yeah, we use it even in times where the pump is not running. And that indicates to me that, you know, there's boys here. There are a lot of splashing and displacement of water. So once again, I run the pool not just in timeout mode, but I also run it here in an auto mode kind of theory. I want to see what it's like when I'm not around, what it looks like, how it operates, how it behaves when I'm not here. So the sun is shining here on 2025 already. We can move on. Okay, maybe we should call this pool the bus. I don't know why, but anyway, this little pool is so wonderful. Cleans itself up with the Zodiac MX6. Yeah, there's some stuff to fish out of it, but it's very nominal. We've just done a filter clean, I don't know, a month or 2 ago. It's a brand new account, so every time I get here, I hit the valve, whether the pool needs it or not. While I'm here, the 15 minutes that I'm here, I run the water, and also run the shear descent. I run the spillway and everything. So these people are getting, oh, and also brush every single square inch of every horizontal surface and the tile. So they're getting value for money. So the reason I'm filming right now is that it's also very dark here, but yeah, I'm doing 2 pools at once. So I'm over there at Sector 9 filling and running. So when I get back there, I can see what the pressure is, right? When the pool is running, right? I don't really care what it is when I'm at service mode, when I'm all at 3450. That doesn't do me any good. That information is useless. The point is that when it's running at, say, 26 to 2800 RPMs during the homeowner's normal operation day, I want to see that, and I want to make sure that the pool is tuned right. Okay, bam, we're over here at Sector 9, and same business practice. I have the water filling, although this pool rarely needs it. We kind of had a scare maybe 1.5 years ago, and ever since then, the homeowner has just been doing his job, but I know he goes out of here and checks, so yeah, I'm gonna come over here and hit the fill for him. So now we have plenty of water, and that's just another thing that the homeowner doesn't have to worry about this week. He can check it at any time. So once again, I got the water right up there to the tile line. So perfect, so much You can't even see the grout line. It's right there at the water. So that is beautiful. So, and then let's check our skimmer. No woodland creatures this week, so that's good. Zodiac MX6, he's tuned just perfectly. Once again, we're here under an auto. The pool is running on auto right now. I don't have it running on service mode. I will stick it in service or timeout mode if and only if I need to do that. But that's why I request the remote from my Jandy customers. That way I can control the pool in the proper manner. Dang, this pool looks good. Okay, last terra firma pool of the day, and thing cleans up real nice, always does. Even though, yeah, we have the turf here, but we have the real article here. So the homeowner is really cognizant of, he does the actual cutting of the lawn. Thank you, sir. And yeah, everything works out pretty good. Zodiac MX6 with a converted standard hose. It's super curly. Might be time to replace that hose, but either way, there's no leaks in it. But why I'm filming here today is that I hate, like I said, I'm not from Oregon, but I'm like a duck. I don't like getting mud on my feet. Well, actually, ducks don't like getting mud on their butts. But the thing is, the analogy rings true. I don't want to go on that decomposed granite back and forth. Then I'm getting stuff all over the deck. And even though this is exposed aggregate and, you know, can kind of probably hide the dirt, I don't want to do that. So I come back here in one round. I haven't started the pump. Once again, it's like, you know, 10 to 8. So pump doesn't run for another hour. So yeah, come back here, no fuss, no muss. Okay, so one little added extra. We had our time change like a month ago, but just because the time change happened then doesn't mean that your router might not lose its world time, as it were. So I just came back here and I was leaving. It's in auto and the pump goes on. Okay, so that means one thing to me is that it is 8 o'clock in the morning and the pump, or excuse me, the iAqualink thinks it's 9. Either way, it's a clock thing. We can fix it. Now let's move on. Okay, we're here at Gary's pool and we're under cold water condition here. We're running no skimmer basket and we have taken the cleaner out. Crazy, you say. Angry Pool Man, what is going on? Don't worry. I have made sure that the situation is well in hand. So I took one of my recently zhuzhed Pantera Rebels. Notice it's in blue and Gary's is in white. So word to the wise, the white means for a above ground pool. So if you have like some sort of like an Intex, something that you bought at Walmart or something, that's what that is for. It's meant to go much slower and it doesn't need as much oomph to get going around that kind of pool that's usually flat, has no hill to climb like this one does. So yeah, cleaner is working super good. Those are new tires. All the gears are really fresh in there. And look at this pool. I just got here and I did skimming on it. That's all I've done. Skimmed all the leaves off the top. There was absolutely almost a few bugs to pull off the ground. And yeah, he's doing super good. So Gary is getting a cleaner upgrade. Let's move on. Okay, there's our buddy, the Telsa 90. So, like I've said before, I'm very superstitious when it comes to this subject. When I bring the Telsa 90 back, the pool will be beautiful. If I don't, the pool will be thrashed. Let's go see. Okay, once again, I cannot make this stuff up. I do not lie. Like George Washington with the cherry tree. I cannot tell a lie. I just got here. This pool looks so good. Yeah, and then also really nice looking pool deck, but the gardeners haven't been here. If they had been, that would not be there, or that wouldn't be over there. So yeah, really lucky. I didn't even go to church this week, but 2025's starting off really wonderfully. That being said, it is after 9 o'clock and the pool is not running. Let's go investigate. Okay, so there's the time clock and it's just about to go on. So I don't really feel too bad about that. It's only like 10 after or something like that. So one of my biggest pet peeves, I have a few of them, but if the pool isn't running every day. Now, sometimes we get, children involved or something, and they might turn the pool off, and then, the pool won't come back on until I come and see it. It's no good, so we don't want that. Our time clock, though, here has power. I can hear it ticking away, and it's just about to start. So I'm actually just gonna leave it alone. And this this pool was built in the 80s, 1980s. So we're gonna see what it's like. There's no automation here, except for the solar, which is, that's kind of cheating. So the point is that, and the solar doesn't even, I don't even think he ever engages it. So let's just see here. The pool should come alive in the next couple of seconds. Okay, I feel good about this. Got lucky. So a couple of weeks in a row. Maybe I'll go buy a lottery ticket. But yeah, this thing looks really great. The pool still hasn't come on, so we'll go back to the equipment and flip it on. Sometimes those time clocks do go bad. But the hallmark of when they have gone bad is they won't make that ticking noise, and that one was ticking away. So I'm sure that if I were to wait, it'll come on. The pool is too good looking for me to assume that there has been no pump action. Yeah, this pool's been running every day, filtering and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of a weird week with Christmas being on a Wednesday. I feel like it's like a Sunday or something. Before I left the house today, I was almost like, anyway, tomorrow is being Friday and the last day of the work week. Yeah, I'm just all kind of screwed up here, but loving 2025 so far.